Hi, I'm Diane Phillips, and I completed my observation at Dare Elementary School in York County. I observed Mrs. Bunting's 5th grade class where technology was very important to their classroom education. She currently has 21 students in her class. Mrs. Bunting created a classroom blog for her students. This blog was used for reading assignments and for participation grades. It also helped the students prepare for the big world. I am going to walk you through Mrs. Bunting's classroom webpage. To access Mrs. Bunting's webpage, type in http://www.edline.net/pages/des. Once you have accessed the webpage, scroll over Teachers/Staff, drop down to Grade 5, and click Jennifer Bunting. On this page, you will see a list of subjects taught in her classroom: English reading, English written/oral communication, history and social sciences, math, and science. Each one of these web pages has a table of contents and a calendar of upcoming events, quizzes, and tests. English reading is her homepage. On her homepage, she has provided the students with links to her classroom blog, Quizia page, and SOL review practice pages. In this video, I will be walking you through Mrs. Bunting's classroom webpage, but mainly focusing on her classroom blog. Scroll down to the links that are located on her webpage and click Mrs. Bunting's classroom blog. Another window should open up. At the top there are tabs or subpages. The homepage About Mrs. Bunting page, titles for novels for her reading groups, classroom discussion, and compliments. On her homepage, the first thing that you'll see when you open the classroom blog page are the rules and policies. Her number one rule is that you are not allowed to use the name of another student. Each student is given a username. This is typically their initials and their student number. This is the name they will use to address one another. When commenting, a student knows to use their initials. The students in the classroom will know, but the outsiders and strangers will not. About Mrs. Bunting. This is just a quick description of her family, and her career. She has included pictures of her family, dogs, and students who have commented on her. Class discussions. This page is similar to the student soapbox in ECI 301. Mrs. Bunting will ask a question and each student is required to comment on them. These questions are created for the students to help with communication skills, technology skills, and writing skills. These topics, as you can see, range from silly to more thoughtful ones. The most recent blog is titled Elementary School. Here, Mrs. Bunting asks the students to share their memories from the start of their elementary career. As you can see, there are 24 responses. Each response has the student's username and default picture. This picture is called the avatar. Here is an instance where a student refers to another student's comment and uses their username, not their real name. Compliments. The last page is the compliment page. Students use this page to compliment one another. They also use this page to dish blog. Now back to the home page. On the home page, there's a list of the most current novels being read by the class. Every week during the novel, the students are required to log on and write about their favorite part of the reading that week. This is also similar to the ECI 301's wiki book. I first interviewed Mrs. Bunting. I asked her how she came up with the idea of the classroom webpage. She said, "I started the site 2 years ago. At first, the school provided me with a web page through a technology site, but I didn't think it was user-friendly, so I presented them with my own and linked it to the Dare Elementary site. I then asked her why she started the site. She said, I wanted to do something different and more interesting. I'm the only 5th grade teacher that runs the website. There are a few other teachers at the school that have one too, but the main purpose was to have something different. I also wanted to prepare the students for the real world. I don't know how many times I have stressed that whatever they post on the internet is real. There are others that can view what they say, and safety is very important. This is Chris, and I asked him a few questions. First question, do you use a classroom website? Chris said, yes, all the time. I asked how often. He said 4 times a week. I asked, what do you use it for? Chris replied, everything. I like to play the games online. It helps me with practice. We have a blog and I like to blog. I asked, do you use it like instant messaging? He replied, yes. What is your favorite thing to do on your class website? I like responding to compliments, he said. My last question I asked, do you feel that it's safe? He replied, yes, very safe because the teacher can delete if they are bad and it's only for the class. You need the teacher's permission to add. Lamont, age 10. I asked him, is the classroom blog easy? Lamont said no because, I guess it's easy. Question 2. Is it helpful? Lamont said yes. I asked him if he preferred doing worksheets or blogging. Lamont answered blogging because it's easy to type and work on typing skills and take a break from writing and type. I next asked him what his favorite part was. The avatar, he said, because you can pick something you like, and the blog. I asked him if there was anything he didn't like. He said the questions. And Lamont's last question, how often do you get on your class webpage? He said once a week. This is Angel, and she just recently transferred schools. I started off by saying, Mrs. Bunting tells me you're a new student at the school. What school did you attend before Dare? She said Grafton Bethel. My next question was, did your other school have a classroom website? She said no. I asked her if she found it useful. She said yes, and she liked it. Question 3. What is your favorite part? Angel said, I like to talk to friends. I asked why. It's no trouble. I asked her if she thought it was safe. She said yes. You have to be a student to get on, or the teacher. I asked Angel how often she got on the website. She said whenever the group gets onto blog. I asked her if that was once a week, 2, or 3. She said a lot. As you can see, technology in classrooms has come a long way. Students are being required to participate in online activities and assignments.